Shiraz is a multi-award winning author. He is an international speaker, and he calls himself a reality interventionist, which that is what caught my attention. I said, I must have him as a guest on our live. So he has coined the phrase reality addiction, where people are just addicted to their reality. And that reality could be, not making enough money, having health issues, other hardships. And he helps people break those patterns. And I'm just fascinated and happy to welcome him. Shiraz, welcome to Friday Focus. Tell us, what is a reality interventionist and how did you become one?
A reality interventionist is someone who gets you out of addiction to your current circumstances and addicted to better circumstances. So it's something I discovered when I was doing transformational work. One client in particular, he had something going wrong every single day. And he said, there's always a problem. There's always a problem to solve. I hate having to solve problems every single day. And then I said, oh, are you a problem solver? And he said, yeah, of course I'm a problem solver. I'm an amazing problem solver. So I said, okay, so what do you have to create in your life every day to feel that you have value? He's like, oh, problems. I'm like, yeah. So what we want to do is stop making you a problem solver. He goes, but that's my job. I solve problems. I said, but I'm not saying stop solving problems. I'm saying stop being a problem solver. So change it from an identity to just one of the things you do. 3 weeks later, he calls me back and he goes, I had some problems today. And I'm like, why do you sound so happy about that? He says, well, the first week there were no problems and it was great. And then the second week, it was like, there's no problems, but when's the shoe going to drop? I'm used to there being problems. And by this third week, I've been in anxiety. Where are the problems? I need something to solve. And I'm like, you're describing withdrawal. And so that's when I made that connection that every time we do something like as a problem solver, he solves a problem, you got to hit a dopamine. And it caused the body to send signals to his brain, get some problems because I need my fix. And he went back to his old habits. That's reality addiction.
Wow, that is powerful stuff. So he was addicted to problem solving. How about someone who's like, just never makes enough money?
So let's say you have a belief, and this is a very common belief, especially from heart-centered people. It's so unfair for some people to have all this wealth and ease while other people are struggling. So when you have that belief, you're not going to let yourself become wealthy because you don't like those people that are wealthy and have it easy while everyone else is struggling. It's unfair. But the other thing that's going to happen is when you'll unconsciously start looking for news stories. Here's another rich person that screwed over some poor people. Here's another rich person that's living the high life while other people are suffering. And every time you watch it, you get to be right. And every time you're right, you get to hit a dopamine. And in order to raise your wealth, you have to overcome that mindset. But when you do that, you have to let go of those dopamine hits you're getting from watching all these other people. And so your body goes into withdrawal again and pulls you right back down.
You talk about that the problem is actually the solution. So what do you mean by that?
Every consistent problem you have in your life is the solution to an emotional problem you're not looking at. For instance, with the case of not making the money because it's unfair for people to have a life of ease. If you created that life of ease, you automatically have decided you'll feel guilty about it. Look how easy I'm living while other people are suffering. Your mind tries to avoid emotional distress. And the three biggest things it tries to avoid are guilt, shame, and overwhelm. So feeling guilty for having a life of ease, your mind's like, I don't want to do that. So it's like, what's the solution? Don't make the money. Problem solved. So what you think is the problem, why can't I make the money? Every time I try to make the money, it's not going there. What am I doing wrong? It's like, you're not doing anything wrong. You're solving the problem. This is the money. The lack of money is actually your solution.
So if people were to take away this message today, like what's one thing they could do immediately?
The first step is to start asking that question. What do I love about this that I don't realize? What's the hidden benefit? The other thing is to start looking for the patterns. And oftentimes you state your reality and you don't even realize it. Things like, every time I do this, this happens. That's a story. That's an addiction. You just don't realize it because you think that's just what life is.
Well, this has been enlightening. And I thank you for popping in to our live. We haven't done a live with a guest in a long time. This is Shiraz Baboo with me today, everybody. And again, his book is How to Rewrite Your Reality. Go find that. This was fascinating. Shiraz, thank you. Hope you have a great day. And thanks for starting it with us.
Thank you so much. It was great being here.